Hi, this is Anna Arias, and I am a piano teacher and a crafter. And there's numerous times when I need to make something like this, a spinner, for my students, where it spins around and lands on an activity that they need to do. So I'm going to show you some tools that I bought to help create the holes that you need to do the spinner. Here's a spinner here, and I went and bought this. This looks like a traditional hole punch, but actually it's not. If you look at really closely, you'll see that there is an inner hole this size and a turquoise dot on the back that shows you exactly how big that hole is going to be. There's numerous sizes that you can get, and each one has a different size dot on the back. So I'm going to use this one. If I had a spinner that's around this size, it's really easy for me to get this in and punch the hole, right? And so I did that for this specific spinner already. But then I was going to punch the hole in something like this, and I realized, well, you know, I can't, there's not enough plane here. I can't get this in. So I went shopping again for a hole puncher, and I had a hard time finding it when I went on Amazon, for example, and searched for hole puncher. I just found traditional office hole punchers, or I found tools like this. So I finally went to Michael's Craft Store, which is a big chain store here in the U.S., and I got this one. This is happens to be Martha Stewart brand, and it's a hammer set that punches holes. It has numerous parts. First, it has this very thick pad right here, so when I hammer, I'm not going to ruin my dining room table. And then it has this piece, and this is what you use to screw the whole size on. There's numerous sizes. Some of them I've seen online have a lot more sizes. There's this size, and a little bit smaller, and smaller still. So I'm going to pick one that I think will be good for my spinner and put it on and go ahead and make a hole. So I line it up here, and I pretty significantly hit the hammer to make the hole. Right, so I actually need to hit it a little harder for this one. Now this material that I'll have, I'll show you a scrap that I cut off. It's 2 pieces of paper and laminate. So it's 2 layers of plastic and paper. So I might have to hit it pretty hard. Oh, there we go. And there's my hole. So there's various things that you can put in it. I've seen people suggest putting a pin in, because I guess people have pins around their house. It's easy, you know, easy thing to find. But I had a really hard time bending the pin and not having it break. And so I went out and found this. Now this was under the embellishment section of the craft store, and it's called a brad. There's a whole bunch of different sizes and shapes of these. I wanted to find one with a really small neck so that I could punch a hole and it could spin around. This one happens to be heart-shaped, but there's many different sizes. So I need to take the arrow part of my spinner here and cut a hole in that one too. Get this lined up. This is the fun part. There we go. And now I'll put the 2 of them together with the brad. And unlike other crafting where you may want to put this really tight to show that heart, we want to make it a little more loose because we want to have a neck for the spinner to go around. So I'm going to put it on pretty loose, and then I'm going to hold the arrow down while I pull it up to make sure there's a neck for it to spin around. And bam, I've got an excellent spinner. Let me show you the bad spinner version though, where I push this down into this, which is, you know, more like what you would do for crafting to get that heart to look really nice, and then it doesn't work. So again, I have to hold it and pull this up a little bit and make sure that no part of the actual heart or the center is touching the arrow, but that it's only going around the neck of the spinner. And there you have it. Thanks.